Juan Rojo has been a professor of Spanish at Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania for 8 years and has applied for tenure at the college, but he was denied. He vehemently disagrees with the decision for many reasons, so he's currently protesting. His method? A hunger strike. Now, 2 faculty committees voted 6-0 and 6-1 in his favor, respectively, yet when the final decision hit Lafayette College President Allison Byerly's desk, he was denied by her. Now, she cited negative student evaluations that Rojo had in some of his upper-level courses from the students. Now, Rojo is a self-admitted strict professor. He thinks there's a little bit more at play here. He hasn't eaten since Tuesday at 3 p.m. All he consumes right now is water and sports drinks like Gatorade. So I asked Juan what the reasoning behind the denial was.
Her reasoning is that my teaching is not distinctive.
What do you have to say in response to that?
Well, I think that the basis for her argument, I think, is weak. She focused exclusively on teaching evaluations in specific subset of my classes, my upper level courses, and focused exclusively on negative evaluations.
Now, he added that some students are not equipped to evaluate professors effectively. He said that some students confuse likability with ability, which means if you like a teacher, you consider them maybe a good teacher, and if you don't like them, they're automatically a bad teacher. And like I said, he considered himself a strict teacher. So I asked him why his tenure is important to him.
Tenure affords a faculty member the ability to work with a certain degree of autonomy. Someone like myself works on topics that are somewhat risque, doesn't have to worry about that material being viewed negatively and then being terminated as a result.
Lafayette College has stayed pretty mum on the issue. They've not released a general statement or my request for one, but they did say a few words to the Washington Post. It reads in part, "We respect Professor Rojo's right to disagree with the decision, but hope he will express his views in a way that does not endanger his health."
I mean, for context, who does he think he is? A great civil rights leader, Nelson Mandela in prison, who going on a hunger strike? This is just tenure. He can live without having tenure. He's still a professor at the university. He still has his job. It's just not guaranteed they will have it forever.
People argue that teachers, it doesn't make teachers be accountable for their actions. They get lazy because they have tenure, and it's a lot harder to fire someone on tenure. It's a lot more expensive to fire someone on tenure. So it's a very heavily debated thing as it is.
My question is, though, so if he's not getting the tenure now, does he think that the people who would give it to him will then give it to him? If I were an administrator, whether I thought that he liked it or not, I would not give him tenure just to spite him.
Right. Well, that's the interesting part right now is that he told me that if you apply for tenure and you're fully denied, there's no appeal process, and you can never apply for tenure again. So actually, if he gets denied this tenure, he's going to have to leave the school and go find another job. Finally, I asked Professor Rojo the most important question. What is the first meal after this is cleared up?
Beef tongue. Right? So my first bite, I hope, is going to be taco de lengua from Taqueria La Plaza.
Beef tongue? Really? God, I haven't had that. Something new to try. Who knew I would learn a new food from a guy on a hunger strike? I love that.
We're out.